What's good, guys? Welcome back to Unlockable Character. In today's video, I am going to describe a little bit of wisdom to you guys about how to fight tickets. Something that, I think a lot of us should know. I've seen way too many people just pay the fine and deal with a lot of consequences, including higher insurance premiums. So yeah, and I also hope you guys enjoy the view. This is from Midtown Atlanta. All the way down there is Buckhead. And the other direction is downtown Atlanta. So first things first, definitely show up to the first court date that you have. And if you have a lawyer, you can have them show up for you. But I'd recommend if you don't have the money for a lawyer, you can just show up yourself. When you do show up, ask to talk to the prosecutor. You're gonna sit in a room, probably watch a video, get a sheet, and on the sheet, you might be pleading guilty, you might be pleading not guilty, but before you do any of that, you need to talk to a prosecutor. So generally, you'll wait till your name's called, you'll go up, and if you speak to a prosecutor, you'll probably go into a different room to speak to a local county lawyer. And what you're going to be doing is asking to move your case to state court. Now, when this happens, let's take the state of Georgia, for example. It could be a year or 2 years from that point where you have to go back to court. And in that time, you can do a lot of things which will help you be in a better position. So the first thing you can do is actually take a defensive driving class by yourself. And many times, if you contact your insurance provider, they'll have a preferred school or network of schools, and you'll earn a discount on your insurance, and you'll have a little bit of ammo in your belt when you do eventually face state court for what you can say you did in the meantime. Now, I'd also say it's important to be pretty clean between the time that you take the ticket to court and the time it actually gets called again. But the process actually repeats. So let's say a year or two passes and now you have the first court date for your state court case. You can actually show up. If you have a lawyer, they can show up for you. Sometimes it's actually virtually handled. But if it's physical, you need to show up, dress well, of course. And at that point, you can again talk to the prosecutor, and you can bring up your record and you can bring up any pertinent facts of the case. What up, guys? So a little bit more detail about what you can do to reduce your tickets or get them dismissed is you can try to have your ticket reduced in terms of speeding to 14 miles an hour over, and 14 miles an hour over is not going to be reported to insurance companies. So it's something to really think about. So let's say you're doing 100 in a 65. You could have that reduced to a 79 in a 65 if the prosecutor is willing to do that, or even the judge if you're talking to the judge. But that way you'll just have a fine and there won't be a hit on your insurance, which can cost you a lot more than just the ticket. The other thing you can do is ask for the ticket to be changed to too fast for conditions, which does not carry insurance implications. These are options for you when you're talking to the prosecutor, because you're still willing. You're saying that you're willing to pay and take responsibility for a different kind of charge, but you're ensuring that your insurance premiums don't skyrocket, which we've all seen over the past few years. Insurance is getting really expensive. And in general, I would say while you're at court, don't be on your phone, dress nicely, be polite. A lot of people in court you'll see are really stressed, and it really sucks when you see people who have been beaten down and they're just continually in the court system. I try to help people when I'm there. I ask them what their information is about their case, but without asking too much personal information. And if it's anything driving related, I try to help them and say, look, you don't have to take this hit the way they're trying to put it on you. You're not powerless. You do have the ability to fight back and use knowledge to get yourself into a better situation. And that's what I'm trying to do with these videos on Wednesdays. So hopefully you guys like this content. I'll keep dropping wisdom on Wednesdays, and let's grow the channel, guys. Let's go. What's up, guys? Welcome back. Getting some driving footage in on this cloudy Wednesday. Let's start the car up in the loudest setting. So I put it in diagnostic mode so that the battery is on and that the valve controller gets signal. Turn that on. I'm gonna put it in rear wheel drive, full sport settings. Sounds good. Can't even hear myself. go. Keeping the burbles on. Some people don't know that you can block the people behind you, so I'm not gonna wait for that. It's the usual traffic. Warm up the tires a little bit.